Hi, and welcome to the Startup. Today a very interesting topic. We will talk all about voice. How can you use your voice, what could you do wrong, and why is it so important that we actually make use of our voice in a personal and in a professional way. For that reason, I have a wonderful guest with me, Sara Rouvinen. Thank you very much for joining our Startup.
Thank you for inviting me.
Really nice that you're here with me. Sara, well, where should I start? There is actually so much to tell about you to our audience. You are an entrepreneur, you are a voice coach, you are a trained actress and trained singer. You've been coaching people and companies in Europe, in South America. You've worked with entrepreneurs, with business people, with lawyers, media people, writers. So a huge variety of experience you actually bring to the Startup, and which is so important to the topic we have here. So thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you for inviting me.
Yeah. Hey, great to have you here. Now, before we dive in, towards the end of this episode, we have great news related to Sara and a fantastic event we have coming up. It's all about pitching and presenting at the right time, shortly before Slush. So stay tuned, and I will tell you more towards the end. Also, otherwise, if you want to know more about Sara, please check sanabox.co, and there will be a lot of great things. So, Sara, let's get started. The question that is very interesting for me to ask, since I'm a business coach who is also focusing on body language, but why is it so important for you, me, and all of us to actually use voice in a good and in a professional way?
That's a good question. Actually, according to the research of speech communication and voice research, there has been investigations saying that people who have a good quality of voice, a voice that is easy to listen to, a voice that is heard as a soft or perhaps a low-pitched voice, is often also considered to be a voice that is influential. Mm-hmm. So working on your voice, you can actually also build your charisma. And of course, what it means is that you can sell better, you can communicate better to your customers, to your friends, to your spouse.
Okay. Are there any mistakes we do when we use or not use our voice?
Actually, a lot of people are not aware or even conscious about their voice. So they just speak, but they don't really perhaps pay attention how they speak. So we all have this wonderful instrument that is built inside of us, and we all can use it and we all can train it. But most of us don't know how. And of course, when you speak, let's say 8 hours per day, you use your voice a lot, so your vocal folds can get really tired as well. And what it means that your voice can become a bit hoarse, which means that it sounds like this. After using a voice a lot, I'm doing a bit extreme examples to make it more concrete. Or it can be that the voice sounds a little bit like this, so it's not very easily produced voice.
Yeah.
So it has a lot of creak inside the voice. So actually working with your voice, you can have more influence, but also you can actually avoid voice disorders.
Yeah, really interesting. Totally understand. I mean, in my profession, probably also sometimes when we are coaching, we have to use our voice for a whole day sometimes, and personally I notice how it's cracking down. So really good to know this, and I suppose also for many viewers of you. Next question I would have is, given that you've been working with so many people, what are the concrete results you see when you coach them? So kind of the before and the after.
Well, I have had customers who have suffered for years, for example, of voice disorders. And they have just burst into tears, after understanding all the things that they can actually do to prevent those problems. So that has been very touching for me, because I feel that that's actually the reason why I do it. I want to help people. But I also have customers who feel very shy, or they suffer from stage fear, or they lack of communication skills, especially when they have to perform in front of other people. So it builds self-confidence, because once you get to know your voice and once you open up for that, the results can be really amazing. So I have had people who have been very afraid of singing or just speaking in front of an audience, and then they actually went there and did it. So I think it's amazing what type of things can come out of it.
Okay, great. Well, my favorite part always here, and probably also for many who are watching, I like to get concrete. So if you would have to give me and our audience some concrete tips that are easy to implement, but that actually lead to fast and concrete results, what would that be?
Okay, good question. So I have here a few tasks for you.
Okay, so first hand.
So first is a breathing exercise.
Okay.
Why breathing is so important? Well, first of all, we cannot talk if we don't breathe, probably. So, which means that often people tend to, if you do like this, breathe for a few times. When you get nervous or you suffer from stage fear, that can happen sometimes. You notice perhaps that your breathing becomes
it doesn't really go into your stomach. It's just in the chest side, right?
Exactly. So a very quick way to kind of set yourself also in the mood of concentration and also calm your mind down and focus on your breathing is this type of position. So if you can sit a bit more like wide, and then just put your hands and your head down, and breathe a few times. Inhale and exhale in this position. And the lower you can go, the better, and the more relaxed you feel. So actually the breathing, if you notice, it goes down in this area, closer to a diaphragm.
Okay, that's really interesting.
It's called actually the position of the farmer.
Of the farmer.
Because the farmers
is kind of sitting like.
You can remember it from that position of the farmer.
So position of the farmers, or I think Donald Trump also likes to sit like that. So now we know why.
It's kind of a powerful position.
Power position. Except precisely like from the body language position.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's a power. Yeah.
And sorry. And another exercise that you can do is a vocal warm up.
Okay.
So there are a lot of them, but I'm going to show you a few. One is you can do it with letter M. So just repeat after me. Mamma ma.
Mamma ma.
Exactly. Mamma ma.
Mamma ma.
And now let's play with the vowels. Me me me.
Me me me.
And try to do it a bit lower. Me me me.
Me me me.
Good. And open your mouth. Mamma ma.
Mamma ma.
Good. So this is a very good exercise for vocal warm-up. Or then you can do a letter za.
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 Exactly. This is very. Your vocal folds are gonna love this.
Okay. So what effect does it have? It's like on.
It's directly on the vocal folds, so it warms them up. So because the vocal folds are like muscles. Yeah. So when you speak around 8 hours per day, your vocal folds vibrate around 1 million times per day. Yeah. So in order that they function well, you need to warm them up. So this would be, for example, good to do before going to work and before using the voice. Okay. Another is a pitch and intonation exercise. So if you could tell me your name, introduce yourself to me, and let's play around a little. So if you can do it from your normal register, then try to do it from a bit higher register and then from a lower register.
Okay.
So let's see what happens.
Yeah.
And I can answer to you also with different registers.
Yeah. Okay. Well, hi, I'm Jochen.
Okay, that's your normal register, right?
Pretty much, I think.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So let's try now a bit higher register.
Okay. Hi, I'm Jochen.
Mm-hmm. And now a bit lower.
Hi, I'm Jochen.
Okay, do you see the difference in your
Um,
speaking?
Well, yeah, obviously I can hear the difference.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Also, maybe feeling-wise, I think the last one, probably you feel a bit more, well, definitely a bit more masculine than, with the higher one. But
Yeah.
yeah, I think internally it feels somewhat different. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What if you emphasize another word? For example, what if you emphasize your name, saying, "Hi, I'm Jochen."
Okay. Hi, I'm Jochen.
Mm-hmm. What if you emphasize now the word "hi"?
Hi, I'm Jochen.
So there is like these small changes
Mm-hmm.
in the message
Yeah.
that actually you can hear where your emphasis is in the
Okay.
sentence.
Yeah.
And also, men don't have often this problem, but a lot of women have the problem that their voice can go a little bit too high, especially if there is a big crowd of people and I want to, speak loudly, then I start to raise my voice, and that doesn't sound really nice. So then it's better to actually lower the voice so it projects better in a bigger space.
Yeah. Fantastic. Hey, really interesting. I hope you enjoyed my participation. I hope I did well. I'm not sure you're the coach.
It went really well. You're a wonderful student.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
I already see how fast it actually can go if you listen to a voice coach. Hey Sara, thank you very much for being here with us. It was certainly very interesting for me, and I'm sure for all of our viewers as well. So I promised you some exciting news also related to Sara and an event we have coming up. So basically 22nd of November, 1 week before Slush, we have a great event, a pitching event where Sara will be one of our mentors next to some other very great people who have a professional background, not only in business but also in theater. And we will teach you all about how you can present yourself and how you can be sure that your message is heard and is standing out of the crowd. Special offer to you guys, just go to Facebook and check Pitchmaster 2017 at the event section, and when it's about paying, just use the StartPub code and you will get 50% off. I hope many of you can make it. Act fast, the seats are very limited because it's a very interactive event.
It's a great event, definitely.
Absolutely great event, for sure. And yes, very interactive because we really want to work with you and we want to improve your skills. So I hope I can see many of you there.
Let's put a bit more. It's a great event.
It's an awesome event.
Yes.
And you shouldn't miss it.
Definitely,
yes.
Yes.
Sara, thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Jochen.
Thanks for watching, guys. See you the next time. Cheers.
See you.